Hello and welcome, my cherry seeds. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and today we've got our first ever episode for Bloons Tower Defense 6 of BTD Science. I know, that was a mouthful, that's what she said. But that's what we got today. We are going to compare the Sun God to the Spectre. Now, if you guys don't know what BTD Science is all about, what we try and do is we try and compare two different towers in a couple of different scenarios to kind of actually see how good they are and which towers we should actually be using in our game more often than not. And I think one of the main towers that we need to know for balloon popping power is, should we go for the Spectre or should we go for the Sun God? So what we're going to do is we're going to send out a bunch of balloons over here, and you can tell with the rainbows, we just have no idea what the heck is going on. It's just, okay, we popped all the balloons. So, before I actually get to that, though, I want to talk about the prices really quick. The Spectre is going to be a whopping $20,000 or so, but the Sun God is going to be about $28,000. Now, the Sun God is a 320 Super Monkey, and the Spectre is a 203 Spectre, so that may end up mess with your game a little bit. Both of these guys do not have cam detection. We do not have the knockback for the Sun God. It's all about brute force for right now, and if you're going to get these towers, you're probably getting a monkey village anyways, so that just makes sense. So against ceramics, we really just couldn't tell as well. It was like, okay, obviously we're just doing a good job over here. Once it gets over to these Moabs, though, we can finally start to see a difference. So we're sending out 50 Moabs at 1 spacing. And you're seeing the Spectre, he's doing a pretty freaking solid job. The main thing he's good against is the Bloons. But he's still not bad against these grouped mobs right here. He's taking these things down a freaking notch, dude. With the Sun God, he's starting to get overwhelmed already. And this is a $28,000 tower, man. Holy crap, can the Spectre take down every single one of these Bloons? He can. Not with the breeze, but he does. But the Sun God easily gets overwhelmed. So it's looking pretty bleak for our little Sun God friend right now. Like, why the heck is he so gosh darn terrible? Well, maybe he's not bad. Maybe the Spectre's just a really good tower. So I'm going to let you guys know that with any BTD Science episode, it's not going to be perfect. I'm doing my best here. I try my best, but there's infinite ways to test out. There's infinite balloons to send out, infinite waves to send out. So nothing is going to be perfect. We just want to get a good real-life example of how we're going to end up popping balloons and how good these towers are actually going to work in a real game over here. Also, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually using 2 iPads simultaneously to try and make everything happen perfectly, but as you can tell, it's kind of difficult to work 2 iPads at the same time. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to work out the kinks in the future. I think that I might be able to do a better job and just a more efficient job and make sure the balloons come out at the exact same time and also not mess up sending out the wrong balloons and such. But for now, just please bear with me, guys. I'm doing my best. So one thing we're noticing is, look at this Spectre, man. Holy crap! Takes down every single one of 25 BFBs right at the very beginning of the map right there. This explosive damage is straight up ridiculous, dude. And then, of course, the balloons on the inside, no big deal at all. We're going to take almost all of these guys down, but not quite. But that's okay. He still did an excellent freaking job against these balloons. As far as the Sun God is concerned, you can see he gets to aim a lot more. Alright, he does. He gets to aim a lot more. He gets to make sure that, you know, if there's a couple of balloons trying to leak through or whatever, he's going to keep them from leaking through. But against these gigantic groups of crazy amounts of balloons, he just can't keep up, guys. So what we're doing is we're sacrificing accuracy for damage by getting the Spectre. That's really the only difference here. If you have a monkey ace flying out in a weird circle pattern, a weird figure 8 pattern or something like that, in a really stupid way, you may not be getting the max popping power out of your Spectre. And that's one of the only downfalls over here. So you might be thinking, holy crap, dude, I'm never, ever using the Sun God again. I'm only going for Spectres. But hold on a second. We haven't really shown off everything yet. We've only really shown off grouped balloons so far. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to test out a little bit more spaced balloons. So we're sending out 25 BFBs again, but instead of with 1 spacing, we're sending it out with 20 spacing. You can see there's a pretty drastic difference in the amount of balloons that we're actually able to pop over here. Now the Sun God's not just letting a couple of these guys go through, Spectre's not just letting a couple of these guys go through, he's letting a lot more go through. And the Sun God still not faring quite that well either, but now it's a much closer battle. And this is what we're more likely to see in a real game. We don't see 25 BFBs grouped together like that. We normally see a couple BFBs at a time. So this is actually really interesting. So we need to go a little bit further with this, guys. We need to test out one more thing to see if the Sun God actually has some uses in the game. How about 25 regular Moabs? Oh, freaking annihilating with these things with the Sun God. But with the Spectre. Oh, I should say, I keep calling him the Sun God. It's really the Sun Avatar. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm so used to it from BTD5. But with the freaking Spectre over here, dude, we can't handle the Bloons. We can't handle these guys. They're actually going to sneak through. So in the end, who is really better? Well, of course, it depends. Generally speaking, I would go with the Spectre whenever possible. But you can see that the Spectre against Group Bloons is just an absolute annihilation king right there. The further on you get in the game, the more Bloons coming out at the same time, the better this guy is going to be. Where the Sun God starts to lose his edge against those really, really crazy, hard, high-tier Bloons in the end. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button for me. But today, I gotta give it to the Spectre, man, with that ridiculous popping power. Thanks for watching, and of course, have a super duper delicious day.